All right, shalom, 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 shalom. All right, my brothers here once again with another live stream from Great Millstone, Atlanta. Before we get started, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, B'Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Also, peace, safety, and much love to the elect scattered around the four corners of the earth that's turning back to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai wholeheartedly and properly building upon the house of David. Shalom to you brothers, man. All right. You know, this gonna pretty much be a open forum, various topics, dealing with various topics and current events, situations that's happening right now within Israel, you know, exhorting the body, situations that's taking place and transpiring throughout the world. You know, we just gonna go into the scriptures and let the spirit take over. But you know, a lot of hot topics lately been Donald Trump and his shenanigans, man. You know, this guy Donald Trump, he's on a pretty much a proud tour right now. You know, going around the world just showboating and showcasing how proud he can be to every nation. You know, kind of like a damn a concert. You know, like you got fucking Jay-Z got his tours. You got Donald Trump in the proud tour, man. You know, he's going around different meetings, you know, different countries, and he's showcasing his pride on an unprecedented level. And that's going to equate to the demise and the destruction of America, whether you people believe it or not, man. You know, and the scriptures speak about that pride that's within Donald Trump and the rest of these so-called white people, man. All right, and that's why the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, is going to bring a very, very, very tragic and gruesome situation to these American streets, man. All right, because of the pride that's in this earth, man. You see a lot of videos surfacing online where Esau just fucking with Jake for no apparent reason. Jake minding their business, he go Esau fucking with him. That's that pride that's in him, man. And that hate, that pride is thriving, that hate within Esau, man. You know, it's like that pride is like the gas pedal to that hate. You know, and that's why they showcase it. So like showcasing that hatred. All right. Like you had Donald Trump say a couple months ago that Haiti is a shithole country. Yep. That's making all the other crackers look, yeah, you're right, Trump. That's right, Trump. You know, because these Edomites been getting tired of suppressing their true feelings, man. So Donald Trump is that catalyst that's being used to provoke that pride and that hatred back into the old serpent Esau, the devil, man. You know, so if a brother could get that article, as a matter of fact, I got it on my phone. This is from CBS News, and I'll get Zakaria to read it. You can just read that for me, and then we'll just go into it, you know, and build in the spirit.
This is CBS News, and it says, "What good is NATO?" Trump criticized Germany and other allies at summit. Then it says, President Trump took a Confederate stands with American allies at the North Atlantic Treaty.
Now, if I could say something, this is bad for business. All right. Whenever you see alliances openly feuding, well, when you see Donald Trump airing out all of its alliances, or America's alliances, dirty laundry to the rest of the world, they looking like, man, we supposed to be in alliance with you, man. We supposed to be in cahoots with you, man. Why you putting us on the forefront like that? So that's doing what? That's making them that it's going to be more backdoor deals done by Russia behind the scenes, man. Just like you had, I can't remember who it was, but basically they was purchasing weapons from Russia, man. It was an American ally, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Turkey. Yeah, I think it was Turkey that was purchasing missiles and artillery from Russia because Russia gave them a backdoor deal, man. You know, so that's doing what? That's turning Donald Trump in America is basically turning their allies against them, man. Okay, and this is all Bible prophecy. This fit the scriptures, man. The scriptures spoke of this before time around the time of the Roman Empire, man. You know, that this vision was given to John the Revelator, man. Read a little bit more of the article. This we could bring out that Revelation 17. And then y'all brothers could just take off from there.
Wednesday and double demanding allies double their upcoming commitment to defense spending.
That's right, because right now I think America is spending 3 times more, contributing 3 times more towards defense spending than the rest of its allies. I think America is spending like 3.25%, and the rest of the country is spending like 1 point such and such percent, or whatever number. But America is spending like 3 times more. So Donald Trump is basically putting pressure on his allies to basically raise the bar. But see, what Donald Trump forgot is that in Daniel, the 2nd chapter, the scriptures say the 10 toes, part iron, part clay, meaning some will be strong and some will be weak. But Donald Trump and America don't give a damn about that. All right, you got some of these countries, they just can't do that. They poor. They can't afford to spend like America. And that's the total opposite of a true body of Yahweh Shema Shai. Because within our organization, Salaki, within our body, the scriptures say what? Let the strong support the feeble.
That's right.
But these other nations don't do that.
Right.
You know, that's why the Lord gonna set us up, man. Because it ain't gonna be no weak links in the kingdom of heaven, man. But see, Donald Trump is putting them on blast for not having the same amount of resources as America. Well, a lot of them other countries didn't take as much as you, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
Can I add a good point too?
Mm-hmm.
When dealing with the partly strong and probably weak, or the 10 toes. A couple of years back, especially the apostles, brothers were always bringing out the acronym PIGS, to where you have Portugal. I believe it was
India.
It was India. It was India.
Yeah, it's India. Italy is with NATO. It was Portugal, India,
Greece. I think it was Italy because it was them Western European nations.
No, I'm thinking about BRICS.
Yeah, Portugal, Italy, Greece, and Spain. All right, I believe Ireland too, because basically what it was, these countries were basically going through a number of austerity measures. They had lots of runs on the bank, especially over there in Greece. You had that situation over there in Cyprus a few years back.
Yep.
So during the time, like the only main country that was strong at the time, as far as the EU goes and certain other NATO allies, was Germany and France. All right, and that's the part of the prophecy that the brother just referenced. How the 10 toes are going to be mixed with that miry clay.
Yep.
Being weak. Some being weak and some being strong.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just go ahead and bring it out.
I had it too.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay, come. This is Daniel chapter 2. Daniel chapter 2, verse Daniel 2:40. It says, "And the 4th kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise."
And this 4th beast that's speaking about right here is speaking about Rome. But this is Rome. We still in Rome. The prophecies was given to John the Revelator in the first part of Rome to show what would happen in the last part of Rome. Go ahead.
It says, "And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided."
Yeah, see, the kingdom shall be divided. And this is showing, this is why we're supposed to give all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, because we see Satan divided against Satan, man.
Yep.
So that means what? That his kingdom is soon to fall, man. This was the same exact situation that happened in the first leg of Rome, man.
America's a part of that. It's not just EU or NATO. It's the whole system.
It's the whole system. This is just a rejuvenated system. That's all it is. It's just a system that was brought back to life.
Born.
That's where you get this whole phoenix rising from the ashes, because this is basically Rome that rose from the ashes again, man. You know, go ahead, Al.
It says here, verse 41, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. And that strength of the iron is the military might.
Yep.
Okay? That's why you got, like the brother reference, the military defense spending that America does in defending other countries with NATO, putting money into the pot, even being on call for certain countries like France or other allies to, defend them against ISIL or other so-called terrorist groups. Okay, that's that spiritual, because that's what ancient Rome was known for. It was known, for their military might and subduing the other countries and peoples around them. So the same thing is now here in America, all right, in NATO. All right, so it says, verse 42, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
That's right. And because the kingdom is partly strong and partly broken or weak, Donald Trump is basically looking down on the weak, like, man, y'all gotta step y'all shit up, man.
Esau's kingdom.
Yeah, this is how Esau operate, man. But Yahweh Shai don't operate like that. Hey, when Yahweh Shai see the weak and the feeble, he does what? He supports them, man. He tries to lift them up. But Esau don't do nothing but do what? Berate them, belittle them. Yep. Be all sarcastic, all out in the open. A lot of stuff they don't even keep in closed doors. Donald Trump just go out on the podium and just start talking all kind of shit about his allies, man. And they sitting there looking like, like, bro, what the fuck? You know? I thought we was an alliance together. Okay, I'm gonna holler at Russia. Fuck nigga.
I'm about to say, man, if I could ask you a point too, but that's like the brother Tajar was going into. That's the beauty of this plan set forth by Yahweh Shai, man. Because you got two sets of Edomites really that's getting ready to gearing this thing up, man.
That's right.
You got the American Edomites, and you have the Edomites in Russia. And really what's being set up, World War III is being set up right before our very eyes, man.
That's right.
And it's heavily started right now. Really the portion that we're in now is the trade war aspect of it, and alliances being built and created.
Yes. And destroyed.
Yeah. Even with one reason why Russia has so much momentum and these European countries are like, man, what's up with America, man? Because Russia is setting this thing up economically first. That's why you can have the BRICS nation.
Yeah.
Which I was talking about this today, not to over talk, but the way that the BRICS nation set up is beautiful, man. Because you got the alliances in the New World, or the North America, the Americas, in Brazil. You got the alliances in Africa, in South America.
Yep.
You got India, which has a lot of people and a lot of land and resources.
China.
You got China and Russia. They got all the resources, man.
Strong countries, bro.
They got all the resources, and they're in every portion of the continent, man. You know, that's another reason. Once you not to overtalk, that's another reason too why Trump is getting pissed off in Germany, because these European countries, they're making these trade deals, which America was trying to set these deals in place. But how about you, Shai, stopping that shit, man? Even with the oil and natural gas. What was the big complaint of America? That pipeline through the Dakotas, man.
Yeah.
But the Heavenly Father shut that shit down, man, because this world war is set up for America to lose, man.
That's right, bro. Appreciate it. You got a quick precept? All right, come on. So we're going to jump back to that article. And, we're going to keep rolling.
This is Mark chapter 3, verse 26. And if Satan rise up against himself, and be divided, he cannot stand.
Hey, that's why America's not going to stand, man. Hey, when you look at the dream that Nebuchadnezzar had, he had a dream of a statue, and the bottom part or the legs was what? Was iron, and the feet were mixed with iron and clay. So the legs has what? You got two legs. So you have one part of Rome, and you got the other part of Rome, man, which is America. So that kingdom, that divided kingdom that is speaking about right there, is speaking about America, the division in America that's gonna cause it not to be able to reign anymore, man. It's not gonna be able to stand as a kingdom any longer because of the division, man. Okay?
America's that whore that rideth the beast. and dealing with the even a horse and a rider, the horse can't go nowhere if the rider's not directing it. So basically, what we're seeing is the power of the rider lose, or the rider losing is a power over the beast. The beast is bucking, the horse is bucking, doing what he wants to do.
Yeah, they're not on one accord.
Right. They're not on one accord anymore.
That's right. Yep, that beast getting rebellious.
Mm-hmm.
Beast getting rebellious, man. That was it out.
And it says to finish it off, but have an end.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, we've pretty much reached, or we've reached the end of America, man. It's just some event just has to happen, man. This thing gonna take off, man. Hey, you can even see it in the people, man. You see Esau, they can't just lynch a nigga no more when they mad. Yeah. So now you see them just going on this tirade. Yeah. Calling the cops, show me your identification, show me your card. Because they don't have that same power they used to have, where they could just kill a nigga and then go home to some apple pie. Right. They can't do that shit no more. You see division within Esau on a lower level, not even just on a higher level, on a lower level. All right, you got some Edomites that agree with homosexuality. Some Edomites is totally against it. Some Edomites is anti-fascist. Some of them is neo-Nazi. Some of them is racist. Some of them is not. Some of them is in the upper tier class. Some of them lower class. So all this division, this divisiveness that's going on in America is going to cause it to be brought to an end, and it's beautiful to see you Edomites going at each other's throats.
America falls, the beast falls.
That's it.
Going back to what I was saying about the horse and the rider. Hey, if there's nobody to control the beast or direct the beast, what the beast gonna do? Get beast-like, dude. Get
brutish.
Yeah, get brutish. Make alliances and where it sees fit. Meanwhile, the horde is just the rider's finished, man.
Yeah.
Dead line on the side of the road somewhere.
Right.
That's America. All right.
Right.
I did have one more verse to that.
Bring that out there, right? How you bring it out.
Come. This is Daniel 2:43. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. Yeah,
when they say they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's talking about the other nations. If I'm not mistaken, when they say they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, ain't that right out? What is that going into?
Well, basically, it's they're making these alliances, but they're not cleaving to another. It's contentions here,
right?
Contentions there. That's that division.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And, but they are making because you have Esau making deals with other nations. Saudi Arabia, Ishmael, and India, or whatever. But at the end of the day, that fourth beast is going to fall. Because what they did have set up is going to eventually come to an end. Because what? Because like the brother just read, Satan's kingdom is divided, man. Okay, the kingdom of the devil is on its way out.
Yeah.
All right, and the kingdom of Yahweh Shai through the Israelites is on the way up, man.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead, bro. That was it out?
Yeah, that was it.
You got to comment real quick just to build on the brother's point. It's Isaiah 19 and 2.
Yep.
It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which we know that the modern day Egyptians represents Esau. All right, so in Revelations 11, where it says that the dead body shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which is America. That's right, which is primarily governed by the so-called white man. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and that's what you're seeing. The brothers going into. All right, you got the so-called American Edomites. All right, going against the Russian Edomites. Yep. Now you got American Edomites going against other American Edomites. Yep. All right, like the brothers going into. You got county beefs. Yeah, you know, different county spokespersons arguing over water, and dispensation of water, and you know, you're gonna have you remember the movie Bushel? And the movie Bushel.
Oh yeah.
The states was basically going against each other, man.
Oh, I was there. I remember a couple years back, maybe like 2011, 2012. You know, there were this petition for certain countries or states to secede from the Union. California, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whole "don't tread on me" spirit was being pushed out there. You know, it was basically the people versus the government. And then it popped up again, you know, maybe about a year or two ago. And even this year, it was talking about California wanting to secede. So that civil war spirit is being mingled once again amongst these American Edomites, and is even overseas.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna jump down to 14. All right, we'll just jump back to the article. It's Isaiah 19 and 14. It says, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof.
Right, now Egypt is talking about America. So everything that America tries to set up or tries to do, okay, the whole spirit of America is all perverse, man. Backwards. You got certain Edomites that's for homosexual, you know, per certain laws. Meanwhile, it just came out this week that there was one inmate, I believe, in New York on death row. That's the main country with same-sex. I say country, but state. The main state that same-sex marriage was basically, being pushed out there from. But it was an inmate that one, I believe it was the Supreme Court or one of the inmates from New York, like whatever judge it was that brought the decision. Basically, they put him to death for being gay.
Yeah.
You know? So you have certain spirits here in America that's just totally opposite of what other spirits are.
Yeah.
You know, certain people for this, but then certain people for that. But we're all supposed to be unified and patriotic. You know,
everything
basically backwards.
There's too many viewpoints. There's too many ideas. You know, of how there's too many personal opinions on how life should be, man. You know, that's what's making this such a perverted place. Where you have some Edomites that's for the death penalty and some Edomites that's against the death penalty. But when we get in the kingdom of heaven, you know, we're gonna all have that same mind frame of judgment and how we're supposed to act on the earth, man. But these devils is living in this society, they don't have a true common thread. They try to use the Constitution as their common nucleus of living as a nation. But that shit don't work. Because through that Constitution, it has opened the gate to all kind of demonic forces, man. All kind of witchcraft, homosexuality, bestiality, religion, drug usage, you know, all kind of practices and rituals. All right, all kind of opinionated people. Mm-hmm. This country got the most goddamn opinions. This is a I feel like ass country. Yeah. You know, instead of what it's supposed to be, man. And that's why the Lord is putting that spirit. He's putting that true spirit on Donald Trump, man. Mm-hmm. You can get pretty much a summary of America through one goddamn person. Man.
He's a true American.
He's a true American, man. And all right, Con, go ahead, bro. You got it.
All right, this is Ecclesiastes, known as Sirach, chapter 10, verse 3. An unwise king destroyed his spirit, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Yeah, that's right. And Donald Trump is an unwise king. When you look at his previous track record, he's filed for bankruptcy, if I'm not mistaken, 5 times. Yep. About 5 times. He's lost all kind of businesses. Yep. You know,
lost millions. Shit, if not hundreds of millions.
It was hundreds of millions.
Yeah, you know, because he's an irresponsible prick.
That's why he's on. He used to destroy America, and at the same time, the elites are supposed to come out the woodworks and bring you that new world order.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a part of the plan.
Yeah, that's right. See,
Because Trump is an irresponsible, just like these American Edomites, they're irresponsible. That's because, like Scripture says, America is the place of unwild villages.
Yeah.
That carefree spirit. That's Trump, man. He say what he wants to say, does what he wants to do, bullies everybody. Tweets what he wants to tweet.
Like who? Like what president tweets? You know. But we gonna go ahead and jump to that Revelation 17. Whoever got it, you start at 16.
Okay, this is Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast.
Right, and those 10 horns is EU, the European Union, which before it was called the EEC. If I'm not mistaken, they changed their name from the EEC to the EU in 2009 or in 1993. I think it was 93.
The European Economic
Community. It was changed to that in like 1993, if I'm not mistaken.
And then it changed to the EU.
And then it was 2009. Yeah, when it changed to EU. But before it was called the EEC, it was called the Treaty of Rome.
Yeah, Treaty of Rome.
It was called the Treaty of Rome, which it goes to show that this is pretty much Rome all over again. You know, so those 10 horns represent the EU. All right,
if I could say something too, and they named it the Treaty of Rome because, see, these devils understand the prophecies of the scriptures first and foremost, in that same conglomerate formation that they had, it was the same individuals of Rome, France, Spain, which they old names, the Visigoths and the Ostrogoths, you know, the different nations. Yeah, the same nations. When you look at the beast, the whole beast emblem, which French and Spanish, Greece, all these different nations that actually came in. That's why you just like you just said, the Treaty of Rome, because Rome had that same allies, similar allies. That's right.
They had the triumvirate. Yeah, you had, you know, and it just goes to show that, like brothers always say all the time on the highways and byways, this man is really a one-trick pony. He really don't know no other way how to do it. So he always do what he go back to the old way and try to tweak it. You know, that's what he do. He's like, oh, we got this far, but we lost it at this point. So maybe we could reestablish it. We could, you know, just, you know, put all these revisions and edit this, and it might work this time. No, nigga, it ain't gonna work.
Take the same shit and repackage.
That's all it is. That's all America is. It's basically a piece of shit.
It's like a pawn shop type. You know, somebody bought it brand new, and then they go to the pawn shop and refurbish it.
Piece of shit.
Right. It's refurbished.
It's a piece of shit that went through the stomach twice. That's all fucking America is. Shit twice. You know. Go ahead.
All right, this is back in Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
Right. So you starting to see that prophecy taking place. You know, it's not one thing you will understand about prophecies. they don't happen in one night. They develop. Prophecies develop. They go to show you the potency of one scripture. Is it could take months, if not years, to develop off one scripture. Those are potent words, man. And you see, how did you see the beginning of this prophecy happen during what, Brexit? Yeah. You saw the Brexit happen. I think it was 2016. Yeah. Like you had the Brexit, and then
August 2016.
Yep. Then you had Donald Trump that was talking that shit last year in 2017 about NATO, and now he's still continuing to spill and push out all of that pride onto his allies, man. And they getting tired of that shit. You could look at the NATO the faces of NATO. The representatives, the water, bro. Spokesperson. You could tell they can't stand that motherfucker, man.
Oh, you remember the video that came out a couple years back when Trump was in the midst of different representatives, and he had kind of pushed the dude to the
Yeah,
side.
He kind of like moved him out the way. And shit. He stood in the front.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I think that's 7.
And Trump knew he was
Stop.
going to
Yeah,
be
7.
He was going to be
But you go ahead.
Okay. These shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked.
Meaning, how are they going to do that? Make America desolate and naked? Is it talking about actually a woman that's naked? No, meaning it's going to wipe this place clean. All right, it's going to leave America without root nor branch, man. All right, everything is going to be uprooted. There will be no highway systems. There will be no malls. There will be no lakes. There will be no rivers. Only thing that's going to camp out over here, like the scriptures tell you, Isaiah 34, speak about the owls. The owl shall lay her eggs there. And the asp and the cormorant. The voice speaks about the vulture. Those are going to be the only things that's going to step foot in America, man.
Man, it ain't gonna be like how Esau put in these post-apocalyptic movies like the Book of Eli, where it's still so-called villages and communities operating.
There little weeds growing over
weeds, niggas riding on motorcycles and shit. It's gonna be completely obliterated off the map.
That's what it says. Right? The Son of Man shall not dwell there, neither shall it be inhabited of it.
That's right. Yep. That's right, bro. That's right. You can continue, bro.
And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Hey, and that's what you call a righteous judgment, man. Because and I want to just hit a point because it spoke about eat her flesh, and that just brought me back because Esau did it to us. Yep. I'm gonna get that, man, real quick. If y'all bear with me 1 second, I'm gonna show you that Esau did that. Real quick.
I got something in the meantime.
All right, come on, go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3, right? Because the brother mentioned how these prophecies, they don't just come to pass just, like that, man. It takes it's a development, It says Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Hey, man. You got like I always bring this point out. You had Nebuchadnezzar had a dream in Babylon, and that dream has yet to be fulfilled until this very moment. You see what I'm saying? So that go to show you the power of prophecy in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shah, man. A little dream can last for millenniums. That's crazy, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, though it tarry, wait for it.
Yeah, meaning, hey, we got to be patient, man. Hey, Jake like to get in that spirit of being rash, man. Be patient, man. Let this thing play out so you can appreciate the glory of Yahweh Bashim Shah even more, man.
If I can say something too.
Of course.
Just like you said before you had read the scripture, you said these prophecies in the vision of developing. When you go into that word develop, D is the prefix D is to take away, and below, like you have an envelope that's to seal something inside, but to develop is to take something away and bring it out. So just like the brother said, the prophecy is developing, and it takes time by time for this thing to fully open up because these prophecies is dense, man.
Oh yeah,
kingdoms, you got that saying, the kingdom's gonna fall overnight.
Yeah.
So the scriptures speak about the economic union, the tree, these shall hate the Lord. That's a lot of political scandals. In the political arena, it takes a lot to actually just disdain a country. So like you have transactions, you have a lot of commerce, you have a lot of business transactions that actually keep your economy established. But what's going on now? All kind of tariffs, all kind of sanctions, all kind of backbiting. You remember years, I think it was like 2014, where it was brought out that America was spying on a lot of these different countries. The NSA and all kind of different things.
Spying on Germany, it was drone activity.
And there was a lot of these countries, they're waking up to America's lies in regards to Syria and the chemical the chemical thing. You know, a lot of all these all these countries that basically called America's bluff. You know, and like the brother Barzal said, he made a good point. Anytime you have business affairs related, just like a divorce between a man and a woman, you know, when you go through a divorce and you have business affairs together and ties together, that's a long process, man.
Yeah.
You have a lot of paperwork, you have a lot of different things, and it's you ain't just gonna divorce off the first instance. It's gonna take many things, many offenses to basically tie that or to basically sever those ties. You know,
that's right, bro.
It's a long process.
Hey, that's the same thing with America. Like NATO, they've invested, or I say EU has invested a lot into NATO. Mm-hmm. They've invested a lot, so they can't just like, you know what, well, fuck you. They can't do that. You know, they can't just, because they got a lot invested. That's their protection, really, man. Yeah. You got to think, man, shit, if they break away from America, shit, who's going to protect them?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because if anybody threaten those countries, America's going to come step in. Man. You know? So that's how like what the brother's saying, the brother Kamal is saying, man, when you break apart or you break away from anything, man, there is always a process, even between a man and a woman. That's why you got to have a bill of divorcement. It's a law even breaking away from a woman. It's a law when your daughter break away from your household. Man. You know, dowry, it's processes. You know, I wanted to get this quick point because the brother, if you can read that part again, where it said they eat their flesh, because I want to show you that Esau did that shit to us.
All right, this is Revelation chapter 16, 17, verse 16. I'm going to start from the top and read down. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
Right, now this is Micah chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, I'll start at 1. I'll just read all the way through. It says, and I said, hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel, it is not for you to know judgment, who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from them and their flesh from off their bones, who also eat the flesh of my people. Now, Salaki, this is talking about Jake. You know, this is talking about Jake. But in all actuality, that same judgment is going to come to Esau because Esau did that shit to us too.
Yeah, take that in Ezekiel.
Yep.
In dry bones. Because Esau really destroyed us. He really stripped first and foremost our nationality. He beat it out of us going into slavery. And with slavery, he actually taught us different things that actually wasn't suitable for our spiritual constitution.
That's right. And he also gave Jake the different institutions and the churches to eat the flesh off of our people, man. And which that goes into understanding who you are, your nationality, your power, you know, your way of life. That's what it goes into about taking out the breath and eating the flesh off my people. So what is the Lord going to do to these Edomites in return? And a lot of these niggas, a lot of you top pastors, TD Jakes, and all you gonna burn in that hellfire too, man. The Lord ain't gonna just let y'all escape with a bullet shot to the head, man. You know, or let you get away with a a lot of you pastors, you top pastors, you gonna take some missile, man. A lot of you top Israelite guys that know you Israelites, you're gonna take that chip. The Lord gonna preserve you for that fire, man. Right. You know, and it's rightfully so, man, because of all the wickedness that's being pushed out. Here it is. You got niggas out here that know that they Israelites still acting like Americans when your president is Donald Trump. Right. How the hell you still holding on to anything in America and the president is Donald Trump, man? Simple-minded, man. And that's why you know the Most High is getting ready to come with serious judgment on this place, man. You know, and we say it, but we have to reiterate it because we don't even understand the magnitude of judgment that's coming, man. We can't even fit it into a sentence. Right. We can't describe the level of death and pain that's gonna come to this earth, man. We that's why we gotta constantly reiterate it, man. Because I don't even really know how to describe it. You know, it ain't no words that can really describe the type of shit that's coming to America, man. But you still got niggas walking around in Israel in their feelings, you know, hating, being lame as hell, always worried about their own goddamn self.
Trying to get whatever little consolation they can get here.
Right, despising order, despising government, you know, simple-minded, man. Don't have the oil. All this stuff is happening, and Jake still find time to get in their feelings. How?
Big they self up.
It's and you know, it's getting to a point. It's just you know what? Let the wicked be wicked, man. You know, if a brother presented, you know, Yahweh forbid that, you know, any brother that's in this camp fall out now. If a brother show himself to be wicked, bro, dip, bro. Yeah, 2 5-hour councils and go, just go, man. You know, it's getting to that point, man. The spirit of the Lord, man. Either you with it or you not, man. You know, and you catch them little petty ass little demons from always sitting around basking in your thoughts all goddamn day. Get up and go goddamn cook.
Scripture say, "Occupy till I come."
Yeah, go. You know, like brother was talking about. The brother Albert was talking about doing the garden. Go out there and do a garden. Get out your mind, man. Get in the scriptures. That's what Jake be doing. Jake sit around all day and just be in their head, bro.
It's more to the Jake loses, man. A lot of people, just because they know they're Israelites and got a Hebrew name, that don't change the fact that they're fucking losing, man.
That's right.
A lot of the lamest losers that I've ever met in my life got Hebrew fucking names.
That's right. That's facts, man.
That's facts.
That's facts.
I just said it back up and land back off this brother. This is Jeremiah 51:45. My people, go ye out of the midst of her, and deliver ye every man his soul from the fierce anger of the Lord. And who is the her that you have to go out ye the midst of? America. Get your spirit out of America, because the wrath of Yahweh is upon this place, man. The scripture says his eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. But here it is, you got Jake who want to be in their feelings, want to be about themselves.
Yep.
You know, meanwhile, the angels got the scopeo on especially men in the truth.
That's right.
How much more, you know, like scripture say, how much more then who obey not the gospel?
Mm-hmm.
You know? But that's why the Lord, the Heavenly Father, he's going to bring that hellfire upon this place. And he said he's going to leave a lot of Israelites here. He says, I will leave you here to melt, man. He said, I will leave you here and melt you, man.
That's right. That's why the Lord said you strain at a gnat, but you swallow a camel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you behold the mote in your brother's eye, but you don't see the beam in your eye, man. Mm-hmm. That be them Sakaris, them shy Israelites trying to refine. Yep. And the rest of you niggas, you're getting old and tired, man. You can't wait for the Lord to bring judgment on you. Exactly. One thing about us brothers here at Great Millstone is we understand that a brother might slip. But what we do, we don't hold that charge to that brother forever, man. These niggas be holding, the Lord don't do that, man. These niggas be out here just sitting back, just trying to wait for a brother to do something that's, I got you. Mm-hmm. I got you, and I ain't gonna let that go. I'm always rub that in your, that's wickedness, man.
You say that it's a rock, whenever you slip with your tongue, you slip with something. A man try to catch you and try to expose you for your mishaps, man. The scripture speak about how we in the flesh, man. We're gonna have a lot of mishaps. Say that a righteous man falls 7 times and he get up again. You know, and what the Lord actually charges you with is really, for the most part, when you actually deviate from the Spirit. That's why scripture says that one sin above all is blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. Actually, and obviously coming against your leaders, coming against the men around you. Like when the Lord put them charges on those men, we said the ones that didn't clothe you and feed you, the Lord said He's gonna cast them out unto death, basically. Yeah, to out of darkness, because we in the flesh. For the most part, we are subject to the law, but that's why Yahweh Shah was died for the law through grace, so that the Lord won't impute that sin. Yeah. But a lot of these guys are trying to act like they the Pharisees and Sadducees themselves.
They are. And you know what? I hit you with this. Hey, when you read in the book of Acts, the Pharisees and the Sadducees had contention.
Yeah.
They had a lot of contentions with each other. Yeah, and they broke apart, man. So what are you guys even thinking about, man? But like what the brother Barzal said, here it is, all these And we ain't talking to you, because it ain't nothing that we can say to get you to hear. We need to young girl exhorting the body on, man, don't come to this truth being no whole ass nigga, man. You know, because how about Shema Shai is about to start putting the spirit on leaders to run this circle more tight knit, man. And if you a whole ass nigga, the spirit of the Lord gonna cast you out, man.
Just don't give us some whole ass.
That's it. Or just nobody made anybody join GMS, man. You know, ain't nobody holding anybody cap. You a part of this because you see the truth here. So fall in the lines of the truth, fall in the lines of the order. You know, don't be trying to coming this day being a whole ass nigga, man. You know, coming this day for a little while, and next thing you know, man, fuck that, man. Why didn't you just do that initially?
Right.
Why didn't you just go do your own thing initially? No, you took it upon yourself to find a GMS camp.
Come out there and listen for months.
Right. Listen for months.
But you don't even just let people in like that. So you had to come out and listen, drive down, get to know men, just for you to bitch up, man.
Yeah, or get your panties in a bunch about certain little situations. When Yahweh Shema Shai be creating situations, man.
Yeah, man.
It be the Lord to see how you deal with it, because the scriptures got to play out. It's always a scripture for how to deal with adversity within the body. There's always been adversity in the body. Did that make either or party wicked? No. The Lord be creating that scenario so that brothers can iron things out, man, and utilize the scriptures, man.
From wisdom, order.
Yeah, but it ain't that hard. Jake makes it harder than what it really should be.
Scripture say that the Lord is a man of war, man. So it could be war between nations. It could be a war between two individuals within a camp. So you know, the Most High is the author of contentions.
That's right.
See how it plays out. Some men get defeated.
Yep, and some men don't. They sit on the contention and rot, and let the contention rot. When the scriptures tell you, go to thy brother. Simple formula. Stop being a hoe. You gotta stop being a hoe, man. I had to give a brother a call today. You know, whoever that brother is know who it is, but I had to call a brother today. Not you know on no going back and forth, but just to talk, man. You know, because the scriptures tell you to do that. Can't be no whole ass nigga in this truth, man. You know, pull your britches up and act like a man. But these niggas out here can't do that. They rather sucker punch a brother. They rather get on camera and talk shit about the very men that taught them.
Yeah.
They rather spy out other brothers in the camp. Like, come over here with me. Let's do our own thing. The scriptures tell you the wicked only does that, and you turn around and do it, and then put it on camera like you right. That's why the Most High is gonna deal with all of you niggas, man. You know. All right, come. We're done talking, man.
It's going to the spirit. Yeah, Matthew 18:7. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh.
Y'all brothers can break it down, man.
Yeah. You gotta
go. Yeah, because we know that offenses are coming, man. This whole World War III is coming really by offenses, man. But we understand that this is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua brothers going into. You know, the Heavenly Father being a man of war. This is the part. This war, these offenses they're coming to pass each and every day. Trump putting billions of dollars in tariffs. Man, Trump aiming for $1 trillion of goods to be taxed in tariffs, man. Trump aiming big, man.
Yeah.
But why is he doing it? He's doing that because he understands that the economics that is in place to prepare for the Third World War, man. All right, but she was speaking about woe to him by whom offenses come. Well, really not, but specifically about in the truth, man. All right, because just like brothers going into certain men sowing discourse, you know, preaching or attempting to teach to sow to big themselves up or for them to get vain glory.
That's right.
But woe unto you, man.
That's right. And if you fall out this truth now with all of these examples of what not to do, man, Lord hates you, man. If you turn into a demon now, and there is ample amount of demons and examples of what not to do in the truth, if you fall out now, man, the Lord ain't with you, man. That's period. We too close at the end, you know, for the simplicity to continue to be illustrated throughout Israel, man. You know, like the Salaki, the brother Albert did a video going into are you really surprised at what Alizé is doing? No. We shouldn't be surprised, man. It's the same guy that pulled a sucker punch move on the brother, man. This is the same guy that was talking shit about Apostle Tahar and Apostle Gabar and Apostle Ramlab and Apostle Ricard, but then turn around and now he's trying to act like he said none of it. Come down to the camps in Dallas and New York and act like everything is all peaches and cream. When he didn't created a whole fucking pile of madness and didn't apologize, man. So should we really be surprised at the actions of this man? Of course not, man.
Oh, well, that's the guy that didn't want to cut his hair too.
Yeah. Same guy that justified having long hair.
Somebody knowledge like that.
Right.
If I say the truth, hey, you know we got apostles deemed the year of prophecy, man. Okay. You know, and you know a part of prophecy is wicked niggas getting clipped, man. You know, I know we going into the missiles and Russia, man. Part of prophecy too is niggas Israel getting judgment. That's right. Yeah. All right. So don't be surprised if you see one of these guys, man. It's Lord gonna bring judgment. Man.
So when we see what happened to the Northern Kingdom,
right? That's what
disasters. Yep. So how much more? Like I could just say, judgment shall begin at the house of the Most High.
That's right.
That's why I believe the internet's still. The internet aren't on for us to solely reach the elect. The internet is still on because Most High gonna publicize the death of you niggas. Right? It's gotta be an example to Israel.
That's true. The scriptures speak about the Lord said He's gonna make them a public example. Woo! You know, it's a scripture. If somebody can find it. It speaks about a public example. You know, because I agree with that, man. Right. Hey, we caught the scoffer. You remember the scoffer?
Yeah.
That got his shit burst. Yeah. But we caught him on the internet, man.
Yeah.
That's how we figured it out. That the Most High brought judgment on him. We caught it on the internet, man.
Word travels fast.
That's right. So we gonna just like that the dude that fell out in Dallas. Never forget, man. All right, the dude that fell out in Dallas. What happened to him? He got plucked. Yeah. And two dudes that used to be in the camp up in Jersey. They was out in Vegas. Got plucked.
Yeah. I was in Florida. I think he got hit by that Mack truck.
Carolina. There's plenty of cases, man, of rebellious Jakes that left the truth. Even the apostles. Yep. The apostles even got stories about men that was in the truth back in the day that got bodied, man. All right.
Also, I was speaking about some man that got shotgun on a roof or whatnot.
Yeah. So it was one dude that was in the camp. I think it was his son. He got his head scorched by a bus.
One dude fell out the car. I think he busted through the
windshield.
Shaved his whole face.
It's like 9 years old before it was one story.
Most I gonna start bringing judgment. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. Oh, okay. No. Come on.
This is Matthew 18, verse 8. Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off.
And it's not talking about literal, man. It's speaking about certain characteristics and certain tendencies that you possess, which are demons, man. We all have certain spirits on us, but it's all about chipping away at the flesh and the old man and renewing our spirit day by day, man. And if you do certain things, it's a way or it's a remedy to actually get things right with your brother. If you offend the Lord, it's a way that you get yourself right by the Lord. Repenting, turning, which means to turn back, praying unto the Lord, asking for forgiveness, as David. David committed an act worthy of death, but did he go through take the necessary actions to actually receive forgiveness? Yes, he did. That's why he was beloved in the eyes of the Lord. So we have to actually exemplify those same examples, man. You continue. But you have certain men that do certain things through their pride, through their arrogance. They don't want to take the necessary steps in the scriptures. Because really these guys feel like they're above the scriptures. They think it's low of them to apologize and think that they would be looked at as less of a man if they were to actually push out a public apology to certain men that they offended. And then they'll justify it in their mind and they'll be like, well, he deserved that. It's the spirit, the reason why he deserved that. They'll actually put it and their so-called playground, their mental playground, and the demons be playing on their mind, and they'll just roll with it.
Yeah.
But that's why the Lord said, the same shall know in death by pain. Man. A lot of men gotta feel it through the sword of the Lord actually stabbing through their abdomen.
You gotta think, man, how pissed off the Lord is at the millenniums of rebelliousness against him, man. Since he created man, you know, there's always been a goddamn problem, man.
Goddamn nigga in this.
Yeah, it's always been a fucking problem, man. Since Yahweh Shah created man. That's why it had grieved him to a point. He said it repented him to make man. And it wasn't because the Lord fucked up. Man fucked up, man. Yeah, man. Just every time since man been on the earth, just tripping. That's why the Most High gonna bring some serious judgment, and that's why us brothers, we gotta make sure we in this thing tight knit, man. No, hey, man, it ain't gonna come a point in time, no room for error, man. You know, Yahweh Shah locking this thing up, man. When you close up shop, you closing up shop. You know, that's it. So if you win, you win. If you out, man. If you second guessing a great millstone, if you second guessing the doctrine, if you second guessing your leaders, the apostles and the elders, if you second guessing your second in command, your priest, your fourth in command, your camp head, just all you gotta do is step. Just step. But if not, get in here, man. All right, the Lord got righteous men guiding this thing, man. The Lord got real delicate spirited brothers guiding and leading this thing the right way, man. All right, He's not unrighteous to lead you astray, man. Okay, so you got to be fully persuaded. You know, this thing is about to take off in overdrive, man. Hey, when that thing kick, you know how when you hit the gas pedal on the car. Hey, if you ain't your seatbelt ain't on, you get jerked. You know, you jerk like, oh shit, but then you gotta catch up. Or you have a little stupid ass, simple ass nigga. You hit the brakes, he in the back seat flying all up on the goddamn dashboard, man.
Or like that white girl who's hanging out the window. She over there celebrating.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit, I mean, Jake, man, you gotta have it all over the planet. You gotta have your seatbelt on, man. You gotta be suited and strapped, man. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. That's right. A ride of turbulence. Yeah. You know, it's gonna speed up. The momentum is gonna speed up. It's gonna shift. Brothers always going to that. You know how this truth it constantly shifts. Yeah. It constantly, picks up more momentum. And if you're not ready to catch the wave of things, then guess what? You're gonna wipe out, man. You gotta surf with these living waters, man. You gotta be on top of this work, man. That's right. And the scripture say, well, times about you say you had precept, right?
Yeah, this is why I told speaking into that judgment. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Shah.
That's right. Beautiful, man. A judgment is gonna begin at the house of the Most High, man. You know, and that started with you guys that know you Israelites, man. You know, you guys that playing patty cake with this truth, man. You know, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know, looking in the rear view ass niggas, man.
Playing double dutch.
You know, playing double dutch, hesitant, man. hey, the scripture say, like we quoted earlier, you're supposed to be fully persuaded, man. You're coming into this truth, and the only thing you're thinking about is, hey, bro, I'm gonna make this fire ass garment. Bro, hell no, bro.
Fuck that garment.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, it ain't about this, man. We in the fucking sackcloth right now, man. Yeah, Jake be worried about shining and shit, man. Or what they gonna say at camp. I'm gonna fuck them up with this. Bro, what about the other 6 days a week when your ass being a nigga? No, this truth is 24/7. This truth, you gotta apply. I'm gonna hit you with this. You gotta have the mind frame to apply this truth in your sleep. That's a whole nother level.
And yeah, just like the brother said, the demons try to attack you because a lot of times these spirits attack you in your sleep and dealing with the sleep. You have a REM state, which is really you being conscious and not unconscious at the same time. And how do you fight against the spirits with the spirit? And you know sometimes you'll fall into them dreams and them demons attack you, but you be collected.
Yes.
You be real conscious. You know how to play up.
You'll call on the Lord and you
Just like you just said, man. This word has to revolve around your spirit 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This sword should never be put down. One thing about military men, anybody that's involved in warfare, that's one of the main principles they teach you is never lose your sword. Your sword is your woman.
Yeah.
But they have the quotes, this is my rifle, this is my sword, and whatnot. So it's the same thing. This is your sword. This is your armor. This is your shelter. This is your guide. This is your direction. This is what keeps you in the safe zone. This is what keeps you away from evil. So you gotta know this word. You gotta. This is really your heart. This is where your life starts. Your spirit starts is through the voice of Yahweh Shai. You know, so that you don't make these foolish decisions, these irrational decisions, and these foolish children like basically decisions, mistakes. It's coming to a time, sometimes when you're young, you make young mistakes. But the Most High is purging that youthfulness out of each and every one of us.
The scriptures say, flee the youthful lust.
Flee youthful lust. And actually gird up your loins like what? Like man. You know? Said we be not children tossed to and fro. We gotta get men in this thing. One thing about a man, he goddamn has his feet in the ground, so to speak. He's structured. He's ready for whatever. And we all gotta exemplify that same mentality, man. The battlefield is gonna intensify. These devils is working overtime, man. These crackers, the scriptures speak about how these crackers don't stop unless they committed evil. So they're gonna put the pressure on each and every one of us collectively, individually, and they're gonna put the pressure on us collectively. But we can't bust, man. What is it? Pressure bust pipes. Next hours. I got a piece of that, brother Austin.
All right, that was it on that topic?
I'm gonna finish it off. And if it first began in us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel, that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Shai?
Which is death. Because if you don't obey, then you're not abiding in the house of Yahweh Shai. The word is, like I said earlier, this is the house, and it tells you everything that you're supposed to do and what not to do. Continue down the things without its learning. Giving honors unto your elders and your apostles that taught you. As you loved our brothers thyself, Yahweh Shai embodied all the words in those two laws. Love the Lord power with all thy heart, mind, and soul, and love thy brother as thyself. If you love your brother, you ain't gonna be talking shit behind his back. You ain't gonna be murmuring against that man.
That's right.
You ain't gonna put up false accusation. You ain't gonna get him touched. You wanna give him jumped, so to speak.
Right.
None of these things you would actually try to inflict on your brother because those are things of pain, so to speak. You try to put demons on your brother.
When Esau already fucking us up.
Yeah, when we already fucked up with him.
Yeah. But that's niggas. That's that nigga shit, man. That's the nigga shit. Here it is, your brother going through all kind of shit. And if you got the resources to relieve him, help him, man. And then on the opposite side, hey, brother, open your mouth. Let a brother know if you need something, man. Because the body is obligated, to help a brother out, not to bring you down.
Right.
Not to be like, hey, you know what, brother, you shouldn't be struggling. What? We all fucked up, man. Yeah, like we all are jacked up on this side, man. But we have to be the ones to pull us up out of the quicksand, man. All of us, everybody in this room, man. We got to be that support system for each other, man. To where, hey, brother, hey, if you need it, and I got it, hey, I got you, bro. Even if it ain't monetarily, hell, you need some chicken shit. I got a pack of chicken over here, bro. Shit, I give you a pack of chicken or shit. I cook, come eat. Like just try to extend whatever you can. Like me and the brother the other night, shit, we was just downstairs in the basement hanging sheep, bro. The brothers gonna get together, do the garden. The garden. You gotta. If you got brothers around and they need some help or something, extend your help, man. Don't try to like the brother Barzal said. Don't be talking shit behind the back. Why you doing this? Like, come on, man, with that lame ass nigga shit. Time out for that shit, man. All right, a nation of righteous men is being built, and you ain't the only fucking righteous man on the face of the earth. Jake be acting like it's just one and done.
Right.
Nah, bro, you around them. You around the men.
And if you got it, and they seem like they don't got it like they supposed to,
what the scripture says, he that is weak deceive you.
Put
them on. If you want a divine level, so to speak, or if you want to, in reality's sake, if you want to on a higher level than the man next to you, and he's on a low level, what you do? You promote that man through wisdom. Scripture speak about in Sirach how wisdom is going to promote you before your neighbors, and sometimes a brother might be in a low state, so to speak. And how do you comfort that man through the word? Like you say, you build him up in wisdom, teach him the knowledge, you teach him certain things, give him testimonies on how you got stronger, feed him food convenient for him, you ain't feed him GMOs. Right. And just throwing a plate to him like a goddamn dog, just slide it up. You actually whip. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that what Paul said. Paul spoke about how you nurture the elect, man. I just want to say this last thing. It take a lot of work to nurture something. Feeding somebody and nurturing them, that's two different things, man.
Yep, that's true.
Nurture is the affection. It's the love of it. It's putting your energy into it, sacrificing certain things. You might have things that you need to do, but you leaving that on the back burner to build a man up.
It's true. That's right, man. And that's why really ultimately this should be our main focus, is pumping his word. You know, pushing his word out here. You know, everything else is secondary. Everything else is secondary when it comes to this. This is the only thing that's pretty much mandatory. Is doing this work, man. You know, like what the brothers is going into. Hey, I'll be honest, this is one of my favorite things to talk about is actually helping. You know, spiritually helping, spiritually comforting the brother. Like, you know, you see a brother that's been going through it. Like the brother Rob Amok, man, I just had to get that brother a phone call. You know, just cause you just be thinking about a brother, man. You know, is everything all right, bro? You know, cause you never know what a brother's going through, man. Yeah, you don't know what a brother dealing with, man. And you know, Jake, you know how we are as men. Sometimes we ain't gonna open up. You'll keep it in. You know, but hey, man, I like to help brothers in spiritually, man. Hey, brother, whatever you need, if I can give it to you, brother, I got it. And who did that, man? Who showed us that, man? Yahushua, man. Yahushua washed his men's feet. But you got certain men that I don't make peace.
And like the scripture say too, man, you know, we become a new creature.
That's right.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, this is Sirach, Ecclesiastes 14 and 13. Do good unto thy friend before thou die, and according to thy ability, stretch out thy hand and give to him. That's right, man. Do good to thy friend, man. We called to be servants of Yahweh Shai, but along the path, you create friendships. You create a bond. That's what the word brother G means, friend.
Friends goes back to fraternity.
Yep.
This is a true fraternity, brother. We ain't like no faggot chopper niggas, man.
Yeah.
You know, gotta go through homosexual rituals to be signed in, so to speak.
This is a masculine brotherhood.
It's a masculine brotherhood. And we got love for each other, man. You know, just like the men of the Lord, we learn, just like the brother said, from Yahweh Shai, the disciples show us how they affectionately have love for each other. You read about David and Jonathan. Them men had love for each other, man. A strong companionship. Jonathan actually denied his father in the sake of David's sake, man.
Hey, and David took care of his son. His son was I think his son was lame, and he said, "Is there any left of the house of Saul, and whom I may bless in the name of Jonathan, man?" And it was his son Mephibosheth, if I'm not mistaken. And King David took him in, man. That's brotherly love, man. Yahweh Shai washing the people that's under him, washing his feet, man. He talking shit. You weren't talking shit about the disciples, or be like, you know, he knew Judas was gonna go off.
Still had love.
Still had love for him. Kissed him and stuff, man. So come on, man. You know, but they a lot of these guys, they don't like Yahweh Shai, man. They want to use Yahweh Shai to push themselves. They want to use Yahweh Shai as a smoke and mirror to push themselves. That's why the most gonna fuck you niggas up, man. That's why he gonna fuck you niggas up, man. You know, but y'all brothers got it. Don, you guys go.
You doing the right up?
Yeah.
Okay. This is 1 Thessalonians 2:6. Nor of men sought we glory, neither of you, nor yet of others, when we might have been burdensome,
as the apostles of Yahushua, but we were gentle among you, even as a nurse cherishes her children.
And that's a heavy comparison, man. He said that he was gentle amongst the men around him as a nurse that cherished children. You know, made sure that they was affectionately taken care of, so to speak. They was fed on time. All right, make sure that they was a so-called pamper. You know, like when a nurse take care of the children, basically to nurse up. That's where you get the term to nurse somebody up. Is to take care of them. Sometimes
nursing. When a mother nurses a child, breastfeed.
When a mother nurses a child, and you know, you have certain nurses that deal with a patient with a broken leg. What they do, they nurse that leg, make sure the leg is wrapped, and they'll change the wraps every so often. They'll make sure it has certain ointments, make sure the antibiotics or whatnot is taken care of. Make sure that they're taking the food, having proper intake, so when they're out in the world, they'll be back stable. And you'll watch these veterans on these certain Animal Planet shows that take care of certain snakes and take care of certain alligators and lions. Man, they put a lot of energy into those animals.
I got what you're saying. When nurses work at hospitals.
Yeah.
Where hospital goes back to hospitality. That's a good point, bro.
Man, so we gotta be hospitable one to another. Because these ain't our sheep. We always want to. These ain't our sheep.
And
these ain't our livestock. These are our shives, man.
No, beautiful. Hey, that's why you have to be a part of this thing and really soak it up, because you have different aspects and points that's all being motivated and pushed through the spirit of Yahweh Shah. You know, without the brotherhood, man, hey, that's why you gotta, you know, like, hey, bro, that was a good point. You know, you have some Jakes, they sit around, they listen to everything you say, and then behind the scenes, they I came up with that shit. No, that's what a lot of these niggas doing to Apostle are. Yeah. You know, the same nigga shit, man. They sit around on the computer, they watch all Apostle Hall, all the Apostle videos and the brothers videos, and then they go out the camp and talk shit about them. But they getting all their breakdowns from them. And Jake be doing the same thing in the body, man. They hear the spirit work through you and say something, and then behind the scenes they going in. Yeah, man, you know. It's like, bro, you gotta, in this faith, man, one thing about this is you can't pull no punches on the spirit.
That's right, man.
You might think brothers don't see shit, brothers see everything, man. You might think, yourself personally might think a brother don't see it. Man, the Most High is so bad, man, brothers catch everything, man. The slightest little thing, man, somebody see it, man. So that's why the best thing to do is walk honest. Walk with a pure, honest heart, man. Because it's been men in America, men in Rome, men in Greece, men in Babylon that's been discovered as niggas. Nobody got away with nothing ever in history. Everything, man. That's why you gotta walk with a pure and honest heart, man.
Every idle word.
That's right. Every idle word, man. All that shit talking going on. While Jake be watching Great Millstone video and be talking shit about brothers, thinking because I ain't on record, don't nobody see me. Man, Yahweh Shah got all these niggas' numbers, man. You gotta
through the angels. The angels don't forget nothing, man.
That's right.
They got it hardwired in their DNA to send all information. They're the messengers of the Lord.
Right.
Hence the word angel. Angels give messengers. They send messages of the good works you did or the evil works. You know, certain angels report like, man, he's been charitable, he's been very brotherly. You know, he's been taking care of the flock, he's been making sure that he's feeding brothers, helping brothers, you know, in their lower state. Like certain angels, like, this guy been a motherfucking nigga, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Fuck him. Fuck him.
It's like, man, this guy was once doing the work. Now he's being a nigga. Can I, the Lord still, you know, because the Lord still passionate. He said, oh, just wait, man. And the Lord be like, man, go get him.
I'm just joking on it.
Yeah.
You know, abuse the angel like shit. I got you. Make sure that he's straight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, because the scriptures say the Lord is full of mercy and compassion.
But the angels be ready to go.
Oh,
just
man.
like the angels and the kings.
Yeah.
He was ready.
Man.
I'm gonna go be a line of spirit.
Yeah. I said, I do it. Hey, but that's just like us, man. When we get put on, we get put on a mission to do something like shit. I get on.
Yeah, I got it.
You know, but it's all through the spirit, man. You know, it's all through the spirit.
You got it last.
All right, come. And I got one after you if there's nobody else.
Okay, but we were gentle among you, even as a nurse cherisheth her children, so being affectionately desirous of you, we were willing to have imparted unto you not the gospel of the Most High only, but also our own soul.
Oh man, see, even our own spirit, man. Like Paul said, I trust that I have walked unchargeable amongst you, man. You know, and meaning he said he walked honest and he cared for the flock when he was around. He said, always considering my behavior amongst you. I think that's in the book of Philippians. You know,
Joshua said something to that same degree. He said, "Have I stole from any of you? Have I, this? You know, he laid out charges like, man, you charge me with anything, say nothing."
That's right.
They couldn't say nothing.
Couldn't say shit, bro. And you want to be unrebukable, man. You know, that's the scripture. That's the scripture where it speaks about being without spot and blemish. You know, so that's how we're supposed to desire to walk, man. To be honest, man. To be sincere with our life, man. You know, to be sincere around brothers, man. You know, not full of shit. You know, be gentle, hey, brother. You know, is everything all right with you? You need anything? Hey, let's do a video. Hey, pray for that brother. You ain't got to tell a brother you praying for him, man. Pray for the brother, man. You know, open your mouth up, you know, on behalf of a brother, man. Ask the Lord to bless that brother and give him the strength to continue, man. That's an act of brotherly love and being gentle, man. You know, like the brother, I would say you shouldn't have to tell a brother, man, because that's between you and the Most High. You doing it out of a sincere and pure spirit, because you want to see the brother get on the chariot just as much as you want to get on, man. And that's what's wrong with Jake, man. Jake either I'm first or nobody, man. Like, man, we supposed to want to see all of us win, man. You know, everybody, supposed to want to see everybody that's in the camp with you right now get on the chariot. But before you get to the chariot, you might got to, hey, bro, you got to tighten up on that shit. What's up with you, man? Everything all right? You know, just to keep them in line, man. That's love. That's gentleness, man. You know? But let me bring this out real quick. And you got it, bro. I know, you know, a lot of brothers, you know. Yeah. But y'all, you know, whoever the spirit jump on can break it down. This is Isaiah 35 and 3. It says, "Strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. So to them that are fearful, that are of a fearful heart." So like, say to them that are of a fearful heart, "Be strong, fear not. Behold, your power will come with vengeance, even the Most High with the recompense. He will come and save you."
Right. So I was gonna say, well, you know, we can't harp on you know, the destruction aspect of it. You know, I'm talking about being fearful of the destruction, because you have to have hope in Yahweh Shai that He's gonna save you out of the destruction. You know, like, because sometimes you might be afraid of what's coming. Like, you know, you kind of get shaken up sometimes. You know, that be the flesh. But you have to remember that spirit, you know, Lord willing, if you continue what you're doing, you have to have confidence that the spirit is going to be with you through those times. You know, it says, strengthen the feeble knees. Okay, so you know, the men that are weak, you know, you should be exercising your faith and you know, standing tall for Yahweh Shai, being strong.
Like the Mac, you know, there had certain times where a major leader would die on the battlefield. That would kind of throw the men's faith down a little bit. But you would have a son, you know, the son of that leader. He'll get up and rouse the men right back up.
Yeah.
And man, we, you know, strengthen it and encouraging them in the spirit. And man, we're gonna fight and we're gonna win this war. You know, like it says, like instantly the men's spirit, they countenance instantly change, man. Yeah. So it takes that. It takes that being a leader. It takes that being a spiritual ruler or brother, more so in your house shop, man. You know, we have to constantly encourage each other, because you know this world gets the best of us sometimes. You know, we all fall susceptible to these demons and things of that nature. So sometimes you gotta exhort a man, reprove him, rebuke him. You know, or slap him in the back of the head in the spirit sometimes to get his act together. But those are essential things. Those are our duties, man. Those are things that we have to do. Those are our obligations for us to become stronger and stronger, for us to ultimately get to the chariot, like the brother said.
That's right.
Nobody's just gonna fall in the chariot. It takes us, iron sharpening iron, us spiritually sparring, us encouraging each other, building our each other's faith, rubbing off on one another.
That's right. That's right. You said you had one. After that, we close out. You had one?
Nah, it's pretty, yeah.
Any brother got any precepts?
He got something.
You can bring it out. All right,
this is Philippians chapter 2, verses 14 and 15. Do all things without murmurings and disputings.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15, that you may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High,
right.
rebuke.
And if I can say, Apostle Romlock did a live stream earlier about the brotherhood, and he bought that scripture out. Do all things without murmuring. All right. If you could say it to another brother about somebody else, you should be able to say it to that brother. Mm-hmm. Period. If you can't say what's on your chest to that brother, shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's gonna get back to us.
Yeah, that's all that happens. It gets back. And I hate to say it like that, but that's just what it is, man. You know, don't carry yourself in that spirit of you can say everything to another brother about somebody else, but when it comes to that brother, you can't say it. Like, come on, man. That's not ancient. It's not ancient at all, man.
It's not righteous.
It's not righteous. Our forefathers, they spoke with each other, man. Mm-hmm. They got personal with each other, man. They had talks. And it didn't equate to a fight, man. Okay? Or a big fucking argument. You know, they spoke. They agreed or disagreed on certain things, man. And that's the type of mind frame that murmuring shit come from the black woman. That's a nigga woman spirit, man. They got on the phone like you see that on the movie Friday. The smoker was going into the house to do what he had to do. His mom was sitting in the fucking in the living room, just going there. What she was, and then she just looked at Smoker like, "Nigga, get your ass out my living room." You know? He cursed out. You try something cool.
And the law says don't be a gospel or go up and down as a tailgate.
Yep. You know? And it's good to speak about
holding custom to be an ass nigga.
Yeah, it's good to speak about holding the grudge. Mm-hmm. And all holding the grudge, because if you holding a grudge, you gotta get that shit off your chest. You don't nobody hold no grudge to themselves. You end up telling somebody that shit because everything has to vent. Like me and Barzal was speaking, and we was like, a TV has to vent, a game has to vent, a computer has to vent, a dog got a vent, a man got a vent. Everything has a venting system. You have to get certain things out of your spirit, you know. And same thing with a man. So if you house certain shit within you, you gotta vent it to him. Mm-hmm. Just go talk to the brother. Like, hey, it don't even gotta be an argument. It don't gotta be an argument. Just say, hey, can I holler at you real quick? Get it off your chest. Just speak. Say, hey, man, might be saying fucking with my head. Hey, I'll be real with you, man. I had to do it. I had to call a brother today. You know, and just you know, ask for forgiveness just in case. But it wasn't even the case. You see what I'm saying? But you just gotta carry yourself in that spirit to do it. Because if you don't do it, it's going to cause you your crown, bro.
Yeah, which a lot of things, you know, like you got heavy baggage, you got buildup, you know, that can basically weigh you down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you get rid of that baggage, like even your body, like you got toxins. You know, they say that the more toxins you have, the more stress your body is under.
What's that release, like cortisol or something like that?
Kind of, yeah. Your body's trying to overcompensate because you had so much you know, stress on your organs. But once you actually do a detox and you release all the demons and toxic energy, you feel better. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's a release.
And see, just like you said, it's beautiful because you can detox the demons out of you too. The demons. Detoxes take demons out of you. And all demons don't come the same way. Like the brother said, some things you got to get off your chest. And the scriptures speak about putting certain things on the altar. It speaks about the sacrifice, how you gotta go to that man before you put something on the Lord. So that's necessary to go to a man one-on-one especially if it's a grievance of yours that's necessary to be spoken about. Scripture says, let not the sun go down for your wrath in Ephesians, man.
That's right. Hey, and Apostle Rumlock was saying that on the video, how he said, just talk to the brother. He said the brother might not even know what you're talking about.
Yep.
It's probably just be a lot of times it be Satan, bro. And it's going, it happens like that. Don't feel like ashamed and brother gonna be looking at you like, oh man, demon, bro. It happens. It happens. Satan just put little thoughts in your head about a brother that's not true. But it's a lot of times Jake be thinking, yes, the Most High showing me that. Nah, bro, it's Satan. Man has no idea what you're talking about.
The scripture say offenses must come, but one to them that's offended. So you want to receive it, then if a brother come to you and speak to you about something, now of course it ain't gonna be nothing stupid, you know. But
if it's like you know, hey brother, you know, I just saw you, you know, you've been in the bathroom. I told you I had to use the bathroom before you did, brother. Come on, man.
Did you really teach it or you just wanted to fuck me?
Did you drink the last beer? Hey brother, can I talk to you outside? I kind of told you I wanted that blue moon, you know. So, brother, I mean, you got spirits on you, bro.
Ate my groceries, man.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Like, now we talk about spiritual matters, man. Spiritual situations that happen, man, and they happen. They happen, okay? Nobody said that things wouldn't happen, but how do we deal with the situations when they come about? It's basic Israelite one-on-one, ancient man dealing. Go talk to the man. Right? Go ahead.
Okay, cool. This is Ecclesiastes 28:2. It says, "Forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he hath done unto thee, so shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest."
That's right. You know, so if you can't forgive your brother, then why you want Yahweh Shema Shah to forgive you? And you can't forgive the man that you can actually behold in the flesh. You know, like come on, man. This is the simplicity that the Lord be talking about, man.
The subject is sin. If I can say something too, it's a scripture that says that a Sirach.
How can you hate your brother that's just flesh?
Yeah.
Right. You know, it's to a certain degree. It goes, it equates along those lines. At the end of the day, we fall susceptible to the flesh, man. Scripture say a righteous man falls 7 times, and we all fall subject to the flesh one way or another. And just like you said, through simplicity, through foolish actions.
You have a stupid ass dream about a brother, and then you just that dream was on point. I'm telling you, no, it wasn't.
You got a vision from the Lord.
Like, no, it wasn't. The Lord ain't dealing with you on that level, man. The Lord give us prophetic dreams, man. You know, dream, sowing discord between you and a brother, man.
Hey, I had some crazy dreams this week.
Me too.
That's Satan,
man. I was like, man, that's Satan, man. Fuck what you heard. You know, but I ain't gonna lie, I had a dream too about that gardening. I was like, that's a spirit right there. I had a dream we was gardening together. We was looking over a fence at we'll talk about it off. That's irrelevant, man.
Good. I got one more. This is 28 and 28:7. It says, "Remember the commandments and bear no malice to thy neighbor."
Right.
Remember the covenant of the highest.
Yeah, remember that we still all come out of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So if a brother's on the battlefield with you, man, look at that man like that, man. You know, look at that man like he's of the seed of prime stock.
He fighting with you.
He fighting with you. You slipped, bro. All you gotta do, bro. I told you it was fucking landmines over there, man. Come this way. That's it. You know, that's that simple. If you're on the battlefield, the enemy is over fucking there, bro. Come over here. That's it. You know, get back to being on the same team, man. You don't have the time. That's why the Lord speaks highly about casting out the scorner, man. You know, redeeming. You know, the Lord ain't dealing with all that back and forth, argumentative spirit. It ain't no time for that. You know, having 3 and 4 councils of 2 and 3 hours, man. Nah, man, the Lord is getting past that, man.
Yeah.
You know, get with the body that the Lord got you with, man, and move with it before you get stuck out here and you're gonna jeopardize your family because of your feelings. You're gonna jeopardize your children. You willing to jeopardize your woman if you got one, or your mom could make it, all because you feeling something in your spirit. Oh man, don't be no weak nigga, man.
You know, go ahead, bro.
It says, remember the commandments and bear no malice to thy neighbor. Remember the covenant of the highest and wink at ignorance.
That's right. Hey, man, if you see a brother do something, man, you just like, it's all good. If it get, you know, some stuff you don't even gotta say. It's just like, man, that ain't even worth saying nothing about. You know, but sometimes you see certain things get out of hand. You just rap with the brother, man. Hey, you know, let me holler at you, bro. Give him a phone call. You know. But hey, we get the ignorance, man, because sometimes brothers just don't know.
And the Lord winks at our ignorance.
That's right.
But Isaiah.
And like I just add this quick point, if brothers just want to, you know, gain more wisdom on the topic we're talking about, you can read in Ecclesiastes 27, 28, and 29. Like those chapters right there basically just cover, you know, being a good brother. You know, how to be a good brother.